Twitter won't let you hashtag 1984, a dystopian novel about an evil big tech government that spies on everyone, censors and manipulates speech, punishes wrong thought, and tortures descendants for sport. There's Orwellian, and then there's banning references to Orwellian. Hashtag 1984. Not only is this using Twitter's hashtags correctly, but it's also the original title of the book, before later publishers numericized the title for book covers. This is really how easily fake news can be spread on social media. Like, if you're going to send a message like this, at least do your research before you send it. Right, so today we're on r/QuitYourBS, a collection of posts of people who lie on the internet and then get called out for it. I went to a CCR concert when I was 12, back in '99. I don't remember how late the band was, over 30 minutes or an hour, but my mom and her friend had had enough, so they decided to pack it up and take us home. We were walking along the sidewalk outside the venue when this van pulled up and a few guys came stumbling out of the back. They seemed pretty wasted, but they stopped and talked to my mom for a while. The guy doing most of the talking complimented us kids and patted my sister on the head like a dog. Then he signed our tickets and left. I asked my mom who it was, and she said, "That was John Fogerty, he's the lead singer of CCR. Cool story, my guy." But CCR was never reunited after 1972. Creedence Clearwater Revisited was just the drummer and bassist. They never toured with John Fogerty. They hated each other. So, I'm sorry, but your story is impossible. If you're going to lie about meeting a band, pick a cool band like the Beatles or something. Imagine how cool you would be if you met the Beatles. When I first got my Quest 2, my little sister made a little doodle. I thought it looked okay. What are your opinions? Neato. Reminds me of this. And then he's linked this picture that was actually somebody else's picture. You didn't have to kill him like that, jeez. Holy crap, you flipping killed him, dude. I'm not gonna lie, the picture's okay, but it certainly isn't amazing. Californian dies hours after getting the COVID-19 vaccine, prompting probe. The actual story is that the person caught COVID in late December. The vaccine was given hours before they died after contracting. The headline is trying to be vague for clicks. I'm not gonna lie, clickbaiting isn't always bad. Like Morgs, his clickbaiting is bearable. But clickbaiting about a COVID-19 vaccine? Do you know how many people will have just seen this title, not even clicked it and thought, "Oh my god, I can't get the vaccine now." Video of a leech being pulled out of someone's nose is poorly staged. Ugh, this just looks disgusting. Unfortunately, this is not real. What do you mean, unfortunately? They would have not put the patient in a gown. They would have used a chuck pad. The blue pads that look like puppy training pads. A gown does nothing to protect what's underneath. The doctor is using Tweezerman brand tweezers, not medical forceps. Whatever they pulled out was obviously not alive. A fishing lure is what others have said. The patient is a terrible actor. This is obviously staged, but I can't imagine why, other than for fake internet points. Then again, that's enough for some people. That's a good point. How did this video even come about? Did they pay an actor to be like, "Okay, we're gonna pretend to pull this leech out of your nose"? His agent must have been pretty confused when that call came in. This guy constantly rips off content found elsewhere from other creators on YouTube. Oh, is that right? Care to actually point to an example of that? 5 days later, nothing. Come on, Mike, don't be a butthole. I'm waiting. This guy was so jealous he was like, "I'm gonna post this comment and hope people believe me." Faking a Tfue for karma. Today I effed up by hooking up with a girl while my friend was in the house. Obligatory. This didn't happen today. So I, 19M, did something stupid. Because of lockdown and stuff, I hadn't screwed anyone since 3 months, and I was low-key feeling kinda desperate and was just looking to smash. I met a girl, let's call her Maria, who was also thinking along the same lines. Went on a couple of dates, blah blah blah. So now, here's a little backstory. I live with a housemate, let's call him Mike. We both have different rooms and it's a 2-room apartment. He and I go to nearby colleges and we're good friends. He knows me well, I know him well. So he likes pranking and I like pranking too. It's okay, we get along fine. So anyways, after our last date, I told him I'm probably gonna sleep with this girl in a couple of days. That's what happens. Maria's in my room, things get hot and steamy. We both haven't had any contact with the other gender since a lot of time. We're making out, clothes come off, and as we start getting down to business, Mike walks in on us in the room. And the butthole doesn't simply walk in. He's wearing baby clothes, has an apron on, he's holding a flipping ladle. He has this surprised look on his face. His hair looks like a wasp's nest. He even has this sort of black smearing on his face. He's holding some lube and a sandwich. And do you know what the butthole says? He goes, "Damn it, Chris, what's wrong with you? Just as I get down to fulfilling your flipping label fantasy, Jesus know what that means. You go hetero on me? I thought you swore you were gay. I learned that laughing in such a scenario isn't a good idea. She thought the laughing gave it away, that I was pranking her. In my defense, it was hilarious seeing him like that. We are both very straight. Like, literally nothing sexual has ever happened before between us. And this guy does this without the slightest hint of a smile. Well, Maria goes, I knew something was off, and simply leaves the house. Even as I try explaining that to her, I'm simply standing there, explaining naked that he's lying. But apparently the loop gave it away, and she's sure I'm messing with her, and if I try contacting her again, she'll call the flipping police. So that's how Mike ruined a hookup, and how a girl thinks I'm a pranking bastard. I swore at him for at least half an hour straight, but that doesn't bring the girl back. To add insult to the injury, he got the idea from Reddit, of all places. TLDR, my roommate walked in on a girl and me about to have sex. He convinced her that I was gay and I'm lonely again. Chris, 19M. And yet on r/teenagers, you have yourself labelled as 16. Also, it appears it has just been updated to say 19. This guy might have been lying, but this actually did happen to the other guy. What a legend that flatmate is. My friend's a computer genius. I wish I could recall exactly how we got there, but he knew a lot about the Tor browser and how to get to Red Rooms. We just fell down the rabbit hole from there and took a link to a gun site with an ad for jobs for hire. It's interesting that you remember your friend being able to readily access Red Rooms, which legend has it are some of the most depraved places on the dark web. It's especially interesting because these Red Rooms have never once been confirmed to exist. Again, they're a boogeyman that became popular in the video game Welcome to the Game. And someone acting like they're commonplace is the most telltale sign that they've never been on the dark web in their life. Just for context of this, someone made up a story about getting stalked on the dark web, then discusses a dark web myth that proves they've never used it. I'm gonna be honest, I've personally never understood why normal people would want to go on the dark web. Like, unless you're looking for something dodgy, it's only gonna cause you problems. 23-year-old mom makes history with rare birth that only happens every 480 years. This happened in 2013. It's actually crazy. News outlets will do anything for a story, even if that means going back through old news. Rest in peace, Larry King. Got the vaccine 2 weeks ago. Do the math. No cause of death has yet been revealed, though King was hospitalised with COVID-19 at the start of the month. So he didn't get the vaccine and someone on Twitter is lying, as usual. You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies? What a shocking story. If you want to fix it, you might try reinstalling drivers or reflashing VBIOS. You might try the oven technique, which rebore the GPU chip. Doesn't that poison your oven so you can't cook in it anymore, lol? No, it doesn't. The oven trick, repairing your broken video card. This is from your article that you linked me, my G. No one should attempt this in a household oven, for various reasons. 1. Both lead and tin are volatile when heated. Specifically, this means that lead oxide and other dangerous chemicals are emitted when lead is heated. So basically, once you have completed this operation and possibly fixed your video card, buy a new oven. Wait, so let me get this straight. There are people out here straight up putting their graphics card in the oven. How stupid do you have to be? Okay, so this wife is selling this ring, and she said, bought it for 2,000, wore it a year, once we broke up took it off, size 8.5 to big, white gold, 1,000 but best offer, just tired of having it and all the memories around. Ex-husband, I actually paid $785 for it. I like how even after this, she still hasn't changed the price. I don't use Facebook anymore, but is it possible to delete comments? Because if it isn't, this is brilliant. I'm a world-class surgeon. In my professional opinion, it looks like you have oxidative lymphatic stress syndrome, or LLS. You will likely lose a limb. I'm very sorry for your tentative loss. I don't want to seem rude, but I kinda don't believe that. And everyone is saying pretty much the same thing, but you're saying something completely different. If you can, please tell me more. Edit, I checked your profile and you're literally asking about an ankle sprain, which is something you should know if you're a medical professional. Also, another edit, from what subreddits you're in, I see you're in medical college, so please be sure you know everything before telling people stuff on this subreddit. It could give them a lot of anxiety and scare them. Yeah, this is kind of evil. Imagine you're worried about it anyway, and this guy comes along and is just like, yeah, you're gonna lose the limb. The average family uses up to 1.2 billion meters of plastic food wrap a year. 1.2 billion? That's a lot of food wrap for the average family to use. 1.2 billion meters would be approximately 3.2 million meters per day, 136,000 meters per hour, 2,200 meters per minute. I don't even think massive manufacturing companies use that much. What a terrible advert. That doesn't look good for your company, does it? The first impression they get of your company is a massive lie. I almost killed myself, but I realized so many people still cares about me. Oh, why's that? I lost my friend, my dearest friend. He died from murder, shot thrice in the head and stabbed 16 times in the neck and the heart. Oh, what date did they get murdered? Yesterday. Cap? Question mark. What do you mean cap? I'm sorry, but I can see through your lies. I knew it. Lol. And then we have this Google search. It's in Philippines though. If you don't believe, then don't. Too much for me. It's just hard to believe, eh? Literally cut the bullcrap. I'm sorry that you can't get away with your lies to get empathy and comfort from strangers on the internet. Like, if you actually send proof, I'll literally apologise. I'm asking my friends to make me feel better, not to make me feel sadder. You're changing the subject. It was twice shot, both of them, shot twice, in the head. Did I say thrice or twice? News from April 1st, 2020, check the date. And it was hella cop who shot them because of fireworks. They were complaining about the fireworks is too loud. Literally just send proof of the article. And then his mother tried to stop them. There is no chance there are no articles/news of this. Literally just send proof and I'll apologise. I'm a liar. You're right, bro. Why would I tell it to a stranger? I feel no flipping empathy with you. Stop with the guilt tripping. Nothing is leaving an impact on me. Just step up and admit you flipping lied. I lied. Happy? Also, don't swear please. Either way, I don't want to be friends with someone who lies on the internet about sensitive topics that has affected so many people's lives. I accept that. Can we still be friends? This was the worst. I shouldn't have lied. I should have never pranked. What a strange thing to lie about. All random internet strangers, can I please have sympathy because I lied about my best friend dying? And one of the last lines is my favourite. I shouldn't have pranked. Like it was one of those social experiments on YouTube. You are handsome. You got your Thoughtbot account mixed up with your TradeCon account. Yeah, we deal with two things, that's why. My old Instagram account got hacked. That's why I needed to express it like this, so sorry for the confusion. Have you heard about cryptocurrency before? Is this how all cryptocurrency transactions starts out? You are handsome? Because if so, I'm probably going to get into cryptocurrency. Rainbow being diffused by scattered raindrops, which reflect off the clouds behind it. This is a complete load of crap. Stop posting obviously fake imagery and passing it off as real. This guy really photoshopped the sky and some random colours together and thought, now that looks believable. Like you can literally see the stars from the space image it was taken from over here. How did people believe this? I found a few funny memories during lockdown. This is my first tour in '89, backstage in Vegas. Took this photo for Rick Astley. Of course, someone had to take it because he's busy, and the person who took that picture is me. So you're 16, wanting to go from Brazil to the USA, and yet you were alive in the 80s in the USA to take this photo? Next time, put a bit more effort for those upvotes, my guy. And 3 days ago, this guy posted this. Wanna go to the US from Brazil? I'm desperate as hell. Honestly, I'm 16 years old, but I really got to go to the US. Brazil is no place to live in. A car is 10 times more expensive, and I got to go to the US ASAP. I don't know anything about immigration, but I know how to speak English very well at least. Can I do it when I turn 18? Oh, my guy time travelled just to take this picture of Rick Astley. These dogs are dangerous and shouldn't live in your house. The AKC recognises these dogs as not family friendly. And then the AKC have actually replied to this and said, no we don't. Oh, Chow Chows are so cute. Like I know they are possibly one of the most dangerous dogs in the world, but they're just so cute. Anyways, that's all for r/QuitYourBS today. If you did enjoy, don't forget to subscribe or maybe click another video on screen now. But until next time, peace.